What's up, guys? There will be days where you don't feel like moving because of your previous work from the day before or that morning of. You're going to feel sore, you're going to feel tight, you might even feel so sore that you feel like you have the flu. On those days, it's the best for you to get some movement in. On today, for me, yesterday's leg day was a killer one, as well as a nice run. So today we're going to go through some hip movement so I can restore some movement and really send a signal to my hips of, hey, I need you to continue to be able to move in these ranges of motion and not get tight and bundled up, and start to compensate by using other muscles around the hips. So let's restore some movement to the hips. Run these through 2 to 3 times. I'm going to show you one time. Let's rock. All right, so we're going to start in quadruped position on all fours. I want hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You're going to press your hands into the ground. We're going to make a big circle with my right hip right now. Pretend you have a marker on the outside pointing down on your knee, and you're going to make a big circle with that marker. So you're trying to get as much range of motion as you can, and we're just going to go a circle one direction, starting by going to the side. The key here is pushing into the ground, stabilizing your core, and not compensating by opening up or rotating. Okay, I just want the movement to come from the hip and not your hips to move. So I raise it up to the side as far as I can. Then I rotate it on back as far as I can, and then I come through. You try not to move your core at all. Here we go. Good, 2 more. Nice, we'll switch sides. 6 each leg. So the way to do it is take a deep breath into your belly and then shallow breathing after that. Try to control. Sometimes you'll see me purse my lips and breathe like that, and that's kind of keeping my core tight the whole time. Here we go. Two more. Good. If you learn anything from that, it's to go extremely slow and get as much range of motion as possible. You can even go slower than that, than what I just did, and you'll be even more effective. Okay, here we go. We're going to start our go-to, now our shin box position, or 90-90, really shin box. So we can lean over to our side here, grab this front shin, this front ankle to stabilize. If that's too hard, you can lean all the way over to your elbow. And then if those are too easy, both of them, you're going to sit nice and tall and squeeze your core from here. Regardless of the position that you take, I want you to breathe deep into your belly, tighten everything up. We're going to move our knee from here and our whole basically lower leg from here. We're going to take it on as far back as we can by lifting it up, hovering over the ground, and placing it back to the ground. Then again, lifting it up and bringing it back down. It looks something like this. Raise up, move it on back. Try not to lean through the movement. Take your lean first, then stabilize, then move through the hip. See how far back you can take that knee. 2 more. Good, switch sides. Whew, that feels good. All right, here we go, post up on the outside. Sit nice and tall. If you can do it from this position, that's great. But I find most people giving that, well, you can do it both ways. You can challenge yourself here and then really lock it in here with this position. You will have one hip that is tighter than the other. This hip is more difficult for me. That's okay. I just need to do it more. Two more. Good, okay. Back to that front position, or first position. You're gonna go shin box. So front leg, that foot is inside the groin area, or that side leg, and then the back leg is in tight, almost that foot by the butt. So from here, what I wanna do is pushing both knees into the ground, pushing my hand, which is behind me, fingertips pointed away from myself into the ground, and I'm gonna drive my chest up to the sky. Drive my hips forward, and we're going to get a nice stretch here in the front side of the core and the hip flexors, as well as activation of the back side of the hips, the glutes, and all that stuff. So I'm going to reach up high to help me to guide myself up by pushing my knees into the ground, driving my hips forward as far as I can, and then back down. Try to pull your chest back, your shoulders back. Two more. Good, switch sides. All right. Both knees down into the ground, push them there, push that palm in behind you. Here we go. Two more. Boom, there you have it. There's 3 different moves that you can run through on days where you've really exhausted yourself through your training or through your life, whatever it is. Go through, send that signal to your hips. Hey, this is how we want to move. And make it happen. Have a great day.